To make your coleslaw, you're going to need 1 carrot, half an onion and some cabbage. It doesn't really matter what type of cabbage it is. It can be white, green, red, as long as you've got some cabbage. And then you're going to have to adjust the recipe because we don't normally use a whole cabbage in coleslaw. My carrot is enormous, however, doesn't mean that I've got to put it all in on this recipe. So normally I would peel my carrot towards me like this. However, if you are worried about cutting yourself with the peeler, put one end of the carrot down on the board and peel down towards the board. So if you have any concerns about you might cut yourself with the peeler, do it that way, then turn your carrot around and peel the other half. So just peel the other half of the carrot. And then when I've peeled that, I'm just going to put all of those peelings onto a plate that I have ready for all the rubbish, because I don't want peelings and food that I'm going to eat on my chopping board. Because we're going to grate this carrot, you don't need to top and tail it, so I'm just going to take one end off the carrot and then I will grate that in a minute. But to start off with, I just want to get rid of all the vegetable peelings. My cabbage, my little bit of cabbage, I'm just going to take the end off that, and this one I am going to cut in half using bridge hold. Cabbage is quite tough to cut through, but I don't need all of this cabbage. There is a core here, so I'm just going to turn it over again, use bridge hold, cut this into quarters, and then I need to get rid of that core because this is not going to be nice to eat. So holding it at the tip, I am just going to cut down towards my board to get rid of the core from the cabbage, and if I use half of this little cabbage, that should be plenty. Left a little bit of the core behind there. There we go. The cabbage is shredded. So to shred your cabbage, you want the coleslaw to be in pieces that are a reasonable size for you to just eat. So this is quite a good size, and what I'm going to use is claw grip, and then I am going to cut down finely so I have nice thin slices of cabbage. And with the claw grip, what's important is that your nails here are tucked under so you can put your knife against your fingers as you are cutting and get nice fine pieces of cabbage. If when you get towards the end you think you're too close to your fingers, just stop and put that little bit into with your rubbish. But we want nice fine bits of cabbage. So the cabbage can go straight into the bowl. I have half an onion, and with this, once it's cut in half, if you take a layer of skin from the top, you should just be able to peel off any old skin on this onion. And I can see that skin is all brown. This layer underneath was starting to go brown, so I'm going to take that layer away as well. And if you take off a whole layer, it's quite easy to get your onion peeled. I'm going to remove one end of the onion only, and then I want to finely chop this so that I don't have large pieces of raw onion. So I've left the root end on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down, but not quite to the end of the onion. So you can see I'm slicing this down, and I would normally do it through my fingers, but I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so that you can see. I'd like you to do it through your fingers like this, bridge hold. I'm just going to finish that off. But when I'm done, I can pick my onion up and it's not going to fall apart. The slices haven't gone to the end. then you need to turn that around and go back to claw grip. So fingers, not like that, so you can chop them, but fingers coming back again, and I am going to slice down really finely. What I don't want to have is huge bits of onion in my coleslaw, so it's worth taking a little while over this and just making sure that you've got nice small bits of onion. And again, when you get close to the end, you can just get rid of that. So I have cabbage and onion in there. I am going to do the other half of the cabbage in a minute, and the only other thing that I need to do is my carrot. Excuse me. So the carrot is going to be grated, and it's this side of the grater. So I've left one end on the carrot, so I've got one end on the carrot still, one end is gone, and you just need to hold your carrot and grate. And it does tend to flick as you're grating, but you can move your hand up the carrot as you go, and when you get to the very end of the carrot, you've got a piece to hold on to without grating your fingers. So when you've grated as much of the carrot as you need, again, that can just go into your bowl with the onion and the cabbage. And when I've got a bit more carrot in there and done the rest of the cabbage, I'll come back and show you what you do next. In my bowl, I've shredded all of that cabbage. It was only a small cabbage, so I've used all the cabbage. I have the half an onion finely chopped and all of that large carrot grated. So it is, you can use less ingredients if you wish to, or you can use more. It's up to you. But I'm going to add to my bowl 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So I'm just going to put 2 spoonfuls of mayonnaise in here just to finish this off and mix it up. So I just, excuse me, want the rest of the vegetables off there. Didn't want to put a dirty spoon in my jar of mayonnaise. So you just need to stir this up until all your vegetables are coated in the mayonnaise. If you want to, you can use part mayonnaise, part natural yogurt, which is what I would do at home normally. And if that's not enough mayonnaise to go in there, or to completely coat these vegetables, I have a carton of natural yogurt that I'm ready to add if I think I need a little bit more dressing in here for my coleslaw. I have added just a spoonful of yogurt to this as well, because I didn't think there was quite enough dressing for the amount of vegetables that I've got. So there is a thin coating of the dressing over all of those vegetables, and the coleslaw is finished.